This is a powerful real story mentioned in the Quran in Surah Al-Buruj 85:4-10. It tells us about a brave young boy, a cruel king, and a group of believers who were persecuted simply because they believed in Allah, the one true God. These people are known as Ashab al-Ukhdud, people of the ditch. It is a timeless lesson about faith, courage, and the ultimate victory of truth over falsehood. The story. A long time ago, in a large kingdom, there lived a cruel and arrogant king. He wanted people to worship him as a god. Anyone who refused was tortured or killed. The king had an old magician who used tricks to control the people. When the magician became weak, he told the king, "Give me a smart boy so I can train him to replace me." The king agreed and chose the most intelligent boy in the land. The boy began learning magic every day. One day, on his way to the magician, the boy saw a small house where a pious man was teaching about Allah. Curious, the boy sat and listened. The man spoke of Allah's power and the truth of this world. The boy felt something change in his heart. From then on, he visited the pious man daily before going to the magician. Over time, he realized the magician's tricks were false, but the pious man's words were true. One day, the boy saw a wild beast blocking the road. He prayed, "O Allah, if the pious man speaks the truth, then let this stone kill the beast." He threw the stone and the beast died instantly. The people were shocked. The boy became known for healing the sick and the blind, but he always said, "I do not heal, Allah does." One day, a royal minister who was blind came to him. The boy said, "If you believe in Allah, He will heal you." The minister believed, prayed, and his sight returned. When the king heard this, he was furious. He demanded, "Who gave you your sight?" The minister replied, "Allah." The king became enraged and tortured the minister until he revealed the boy's name. The boy was brought before the king. The king shouted, "Who gives you your powers?" The boy said boldly, "Allah." The king ordered the boy to be taken to the top of a mountain and thrown off. But the boy prayed, and Allah caused the mountain to shake. The soldiers fell to their deaths, and the boy returned safely. Then the king ordered the boy to be drowned at sea. But again, Allah saved him. The boy returned once more. The king was shocked. Finally, the boy said, "You can only kill me if you do what I say. Gather all the people, tie me to a tree, and shoot me with an arrow while saying, 'In the name of Allah, the Lord of this boy.'" The king did exactly that. He shot the arrow, saying the words aloud, and the boy died. But this became the king's biggest defeat. The people who heard him say, "In the name of Allah, the Lord of this boy," realized the truth, and they all believed in Allah. In anger, the king ordered a trench of fire to be dug. Anyone who believed in Allah was thrown into it. But the believers remained strong. Even a woman with a baby hesitated, but her infant child spoke by Allah's will and said, "Mother, you are on the truth." She entered the fire, smiling with faith. But Allah's plan always overcomes the plans of the wicked. The very fire that the king had prepared to burn the believers became a punishment for him and his followers. Suddenly, the fire roared and rose high. It engulfed the king and all his soldiers. They were burned to ashes, destroyed by the fire they had lit for others. As for the remaining believers, Allah saved them. He gave them peace and a promise of paradise in the hereafter. Moral of the story: true power belongs only to Allah. Faith gives strength even in the face of fire. Even a child can become a hero when standing for truth. The truth always wins, even if it seems like a loss.